How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sports Talk with Will. Live for the Atlanta Braves, third game of the season. Game 3 of 4 in this series against the San Diego Padres in San Diego. The Braves are 0-2, fifth in the National League East. They play tomorrow night against the Padres to wrap up the series. Games on ESPN. So Jurickson Profar is batting first. Austin Riley batting second, Matt Olson batting third, Marcell Ozuna fourth, Ozzie Albies fifth, Michael Harris second, sixth, Drake Baldwin seventh, Orlando Arcia eighth, Jared Kelenic ninth. Jurickson's in left field, just FYI. Jurickson is a former Padre. Yeah, three-year contract for Jurickson. Jackson Merrill is wearing a Jurickson Profar relevant shirt here during postgame. Huh. Starting pitcher for the Padres. Randy Vasquez on the mound for the Friars. All right, Randy Vasquez on the mound. His first plate appearance, Jurickson Profar, he singled. And that first pitch he took was outside for a ball. And we're underway in San Diego. Batting 280, or last season, bat 280, 24 homers. Whoop, that one's upstairs and inside, 2-0 on Profar. Yeah, he batted 280. Three-year, $42 million free agent contract. Profar fouls it off to the left, and it's 2-1. Profar 2-1, and that pitch from Vasquez is inside, and it's 3-1. And the 3-1 from Vasquez, and that one is just outside, and Profar walks to lead off the first inning. Here comes Matt Olson. Okay, Ozuna's fourth, Ozzie's. Excuse me, that's Austin Riley. I thought Olson was batting second. Okay, here we go. Austin Riley up at the plate, third baseman. He batted 256 last year. The 0-1 from Vasquez. That one's down and away, 1-1. Sweeper. The 1-1 to Austin Riley. And that one is just outside and a little low. And it's 2-1. Matt Olson on deck, betted 247 last year for the Braves. Riley on the 2-1 fouls it away. Or I think it hit someone as well, actually. He made his 6th opening day roster. Obviously all of them with Atlanta. He'll turn 28 on Wednesday, April 2nd. And that was a 2-2 pitch, and it's 3-2 now as that pitch went into the dirt. There's only 4 Braves players left from that 2021 World Series roster. He's one of them. Got a 10-year contract back in 2022. Profar takes off for second, and he is going to be gunned down. Or, actually, no. That was a ball to Riley, so Profar automatically gets the second. And the Braves have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the first. Here's Matt Olson. Petco Park in San Diego, California. Jason Benetti and AJ Pierzynski, the commentators. Olson grounds it to the shortstop, and a double play that advances Profar to third. Who's the shortstop for San Diego? Shortstop, that was... That was the shortstop, Bogarts, Xander Bogarts. Marcell Ozuna now up at the plate. He had 39 home runs last season, 104 RBIs. Ozuna was solid last year for the Braves. 1-1 outside, and it's 1-1. That was a sweeper thrown by Vasquez. Here's Ozuna grounding it foul down the third base line, and it's 1-2. Padres fan got the ball as it caromed over that little short fence down the third base line. Jurickson, did he have to dodge that? He just ducked. He was ducking because the ball, he was chopped down the third base line. Here's the 1-2. That one's upstairs, and it's 2-2. All right, here's the 2-2. And Ozuna swings and misses. I forgot to update the outs. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all my stuff in order over here. Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound for Atlanta. We'll be seeing him when we get back from commercial break. All right, just give me some time. I need to figure out this lineup. All right, we're back for the bottom of the first. Up at the plate for San Diego is Fernando Tatis Jr. leading off and playing right field. Batting second is Luis Arias playing first base. Here's Schwellenbach's first pitch to Tatis, and a sinker down inside forces Tatis to swing at it, and he swings and misses 0-1. Batted 276 last season, Fernando, and he hits it well to center field, but Michael Harris is there, and he makes the catch easily. One gone here in the bottom of the first. Schwellenbach started 21 games last season. He had an 8-7 record, 3.35 ERA, 23 strikeouts, 127 walks. Didn't get all of that. Uses the four-seam fastball and the slider the most. We'll see what he does here. I feel like I've seen pitchers use the sweeper a lot now. I don't know. It's just a thing I've noticed. Drake Baldwin is our catcher, and he is trying to get his mitt all fixed up here, so there's a bit of a delay in the action so Drake Baldwin can get his mitt fixed. All right. Yeah, Schwellenbach was good last year. He was pretty good. Luis Arias up at the plate for San Diego. Fastball down the middle for a strike, 97 miles an hour from Schwellenbach. 0-1. Down low. And a curveball makes it 1-1. What was this? Was this the curveball or the? Oh, that was the swing and a miss by Tatis. Yeah. 1-1 to Arias, and that's a cutter inside, and it's now 2-1 to Luis Arias. Here's Arias, a fly ball to left field, but Profar is there to make the catch, and 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Profar's having fun in his return to San Diego. I'm telling you, he's having fun. Here is Manny Machado. Batted 275 last season. Machado's playing third in this game. 1-0. Slider down and away. 2-0. To Machado, and that's a cutter just missing the zone, and it's 3-0. Atlanta United and then New York City FC. That game has just started. 3-0 to Machado. Inside, a sinker that is popped foul into the camera well. 3-1. Schwellenbach gave chase to that fly ball that was, or to that pop up that was going foul. 3-1 to Machado. Inside, and it is chopped over to Olsen, and he'll take it to the bag for the third out. And the Padres go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. And we'll go to the second inning. No score from Petco Park. Back here in the top of the second, we've got Ozzy Albies at the plate. Albies has a 2-1 count now. Ozzy pops it up, giving chase is Machado, and he'll catch it for the first out. Michael Harris is second at the plate. Cutter down low, 1-0. Harris on the 1-0 hits it to left field, but catching that one is Jason Hayward. There's a former Brave right there, and there's 2 gone. Drake Baldwin at the plate now for Atlanta. Gavin Sheets got it. 1-0, down low on the curveball, and it's 2-0. Drake Baldwin looking for his first hit of the year, and he's got it. A base hit in the left field. A 2-out single for Drake Baldwin. That's his first career hit right there. First major league hit for Drake Baldwin. The ball just got thrown into the Braves dugout. Good for him. Here comes Orlando Arcia. And that's a sinker inside. 1-0. All right, here's Arcia. He had a 218 batting average last season. And a sweeper is outside 2-0. Top of the second, 2-0, 2 outs. Orlando Arcia, Brave shortstop at the plate. Baldwin at first. There's a sinker that just clips the strike zone, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Orlando Arcia. Chops it to third. Machado on the throw, and he gets Arcia out at first for the final out of the top of the second. Braves get a hit from Drake Baldwin, but nothing else. But nothing else. Still scoreless here in the second in San Diego. Bottom of the second, it's Jackson Merrill with a base hit up the middle. And that's the Padres' first hit of the game. Next up is Jake Cronenworth. Got Silver Slugger Award last year. He was a National League All-Star. Led all rookies in games, hits, and RBIs. Home plate umpire is I actually don't know. There we go. Ramon De Jesus is the home plate umpire. 1-0 to Cronenworth. And he swings and misses on the splitter on the outside of the zone. 1-1. Cronenworth swings and misses on another splitter. This time it was in the strike zone. 1-2. One and two. Splitter down in the dirt. It was blocked by Baldwin. It's now 2-2. Mike Schilt, the manager of San Diego. Here is the 2-2, and that one is fouled off to the left. Fastball from Schwellenbach. Two and two. And that is a curveball down in the dirt, and it's a full count now to Jake Cronenworth. Three and two, pick off to first, and Merrill gets back in time. And taking off, swing and a miss. The throw to second is in time. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. So who was that at the plate? That was Cronenworth struck out swinging, and Jackson Merrill got caught stealing second. Baldwin with the throw. And who made the tag? Was it Arcia or was it Albies? I think it was Arcia. Who was that? That's Orlando Arcia with the tag. Good play by Arcia. Great throw by Arcia. Great throw. And so now with 2 outs, Xander Bogaerts is at the plate for the Padres. 0-1. Bogaerts chops it foul down the third base line off the slider from Schwellenbach. Oh, 2 to Bogaerts, and that hit him, and Bogaerts will go to first base. Hit him on the thigh. Gavin Sheets will be up next, the designated hitter. Did he get hit last night? Oh, that was a throw by Baldwin. Great throw. Was that last night? Really? Huh. So 1 on, 2 outs. Gavin Sheets now at the plate for San Diego. And that's a fastball clipping the outside corner of the strike zone. 0-1. Sheets batted .233 last season. Schwellenbach's 24th pitch is a splitter down in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Sheets. Did he check his swing? The third base umpire, Quinn Wolcott, says he did not, and it's 2-1. Ten home runs, 45 RBIs for Sheets last season. Is this the check swing? Or is this to strike him out? No, it's to strike him out, throw him out, double play. Yeah, his hand was off the bag. Yeah. Who was that? That was Jackson Merrill. 1-2. Sheets fouls it off to the left. And that was the fourth pitch of the at-bat. One, two to Sheets. And he swings and misses at a slider down below the zone. Padres had guys on base. Well, first it was a strike him out, throw him out double play that messed him up. And then Xander Bogaerts gets hit. But then Gavin Sheets strikes out. So that's the end of the second inning. We go to the top of the third. Still scoreless in San Diego. Braves and Padres. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Undo. There we go. Some food here. Jared Kelenic at the plate for Atlanta. He's in right field. Chris Sale is speaking with Jason Benetti and AJ Brzezinski right now on Fox. Kelnick with a high fly ball to right field, but it is right to Tatis and one away here in the top of the third. Back to Profar. Good curveball by Vasquez. It's 0-1. Profar took a walk in his first at bat. Sale had a great season last year. He won the Cy Young. Sweeper by Vasquez reaches the top right corner of the strike zone. 0-2 to Profar now. 0-2. Profar hits it to center, but it is right. But it is right to Merrill and 2 away here in the top of the third. He was also the National League Comeback Player of the Year, Chris Sale. I remember when Puzinski was a Brave. Austin Riley at the plate now. Riley hits it to left field. Coming in is Hayward, and he'll make the catch for the third out. Box always comes back when the batter's in the friggin' box. Holy crap, this is what sucks about nationally televised games. Jason Hayward at the plate. Yeah, it's 1-1. Hayward, a Brave from 2010 to 2014. Looked really good, and then I don't know what happened to him. He fell off the map. Hayward fouled it back, I believe. Yeah. Hayward Hayward batted 211 last season. He was a Dodger last season as well. Chops it fouled on the third base line. All right, 2-2 to Hayward. That's a fastball way upstairs, and we have a full count. 3-2. Hayward, and he fouled it off his foot. So the count remains 3-2. On deck, Martin Maldonado. He is the catcher for tonight's game. 3-2 to Hayward. And that was fouled off of Drake Baldwin. And he's a bit shaken up after that play. He's grimacing a bit. But he should be okay. Yeah, he's nodding his head. Yeah, he's fine. Who are they interviewing? Number 84. Who's number 84? Three-two to Hayward, and he swings and misses on the slider. Third strikeout for Schwellenbach. Here's Maldonado. Maldonado takes a sinker inside for a strike. Schwellenbach faced the Padres once last season, won that game. Pitched well. He went 7 innings. He only allowed 3 hits, 1 run, only walked 1 batter. He only struck out 3, but did well against the Padres. Maldonado lines it to, or chops it to Arcia, and Arcia throws over to first. And there are 2 away. I don't need the outs. I could just tell y'all. Honestly, I don't need that down there. It's honestly pointless. Here is Tatis, and a slider in for a strike. One and one. Tatis grounds it to Olsen, and he'll just walk it to the bag himself. And that will retire the side. Still scoreless as we enter the top of the 4th in San Diego. So Schwellenbach pitched 3 innings. Schwellenbach's record last season was 8-7. ZRA was 3.35. Yeah, it's 6 appearances in spring training. Started 5 times. He was good after the All-Star break last year. 2.73 ERA. 7th lowest ERA among qualified starters in the National League and 11th in baseball. It's pretty good. Pretty good. His debut was May 29th against the Nationals. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I got a spoon. Anyway, there's nobody in here. I don't know why. Currently undefeated. Go Pods. Yeah, I know. Braves are starting off like crap, I know. But I think we should get it going sooner or later. Maybe not now, but like, at some point we'll be on track. Don't worry. Matt Olson at the plate, 0 for 1. And that cutter inside is fouled down the first base line. And it's 0-2 to Olson. Atlanta native, by the way, went to Parkview High School. Grounded into a double play in the first inning. Olson's 0-2. And that one is way upstairs. Fastball. 1-2 now to the Braves first baseman. Olson fouls it to the left. All right, 1-2 to Matt Olson. And that changeup is outside. And it evens up the count, 2-2. Two and two. That cutter just above the strike zone, and now it's a full count to Matt Olson. Marcell Ozuna on deck. He's 0 for 1. 3-2. Olson. That's a fair. Oh, no, it's a foul ball. I thought it was a fair ball. Foul ball down the first base line. Hit it well, but just foul. That call was made by the first base umpire. That's, who the heck is that guy? That is the first base umpire, Paul Clemens. And again, a full count pitch to Matt Olson. And here we go. And he hits it high, shallow. And coming out is the second baseman, Cronenworth. And he's got it for the first out. That was a long at bat. How many pitches? That was a long at bat. Olson? Let's see. Now, 8 pitches. 8 pitches in the at bat. Wow. His pitch speed range, a high 95 miles an hour. His low is 79 miles an hour. I had to turn this brightness down. Here's the first pitch to Ozuna, and that sweeper is down below the zone for a ball. Struck out in the first inning. Marcell Ozuna did. Already has 2 RBIs this season. The 1-0. Another sweeper down below the zone. 2-0. Ozuna obviously started his career in Miami with the Marlins. Then went to St. Louis where he played with the Cardinals. Then came here. And there's a cutter that is in for a strike, 2-1. Signed a 4. Oh, I see. So Ozuna, it's 3-1, by the way. Ozuna signed a 4-year, $65 million contract with the Braves on February 5th, 2021. And they exercised it, and the Braves exercised its $60 million club option for the 2025 season back in November. So that kept Ozuna here for the 2025 season. He takes a walk, and now Albies will be at the plate for Atlanta. 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Albies has started on opening day in 8 of the last season, or each of the last 8 seasons, I should say. Maldonado gonna go talk with his pitcher Vasquez. Albies on opening day on Thursday drove in 3 runs, had a fielder's choice, and then a 2-run home run. His second career home run on opening day. Last time he had one was 2018 against the Phillies. I remember that game. Yeah, that was a great game. It's also the second time in as many seasons that he's hit Atlanta's first home run of the season. Don't remember the last time he hit the first home run of the season. Albies hits it well to right field, and it's going to drop in front of Tatis for a base hit. Ozuna sprints to second. The ball gets away from Bogarts, but everybody remains put at their base. But a nice hit, a nice hit from Albies in right field. But it was just took one bounce in it, but it was hit sharply. Took one bounce into the mitt of Tatis, and he had a quick throw over to Bogarts, who mishandled the ball, but Ozuna did not go any further than that. Now Michael Harris up for the Braves, center fielder. Had 5 hits during the wild card series against the Padres. He was 5 of 8. And Harris, with a shallow pop, I should say, went to the second baseman. Did they double him off? They did. So, okay. Oh, okay. What the hell just happened? A lot just happened here. So it was, okay. Okay, so it went to the second baseman, Cronenworth, who threw over to, I believe, Machado. He tags Ozuna out, and then I think, all right, here we go. Cronenworth throws to Machado. He tags out Ozuna. And then Machado throws back to the shortstop Bogarts, who steps on the bag, and that causes Albies to be ruled out. And so that's a double play to end the inning. Or to end the top half of the inning, I should say. Go to the bottom of the 4th. We are still scoreless in San Diego. Game's going by quickly. How's it going, Alondra Trujillo? Welcome to the channel. Bottom of the fourth in San Diego, Petco Park. No score here between the Braves and the Padres. Luis Arraez is up, and he hits a fly ball to center field, and it's right to Michael Harris. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. So the double play, Harris went off the top of his bat, just a shallow pop. Takes one bounce into the mid of Cronenworth. He throws over to Machado, who tags out of Ozuna. Yeah, he was caught in between third. He's like, what do I do? So Machado cuts him off. He tags him out. Machado throws back to Bogarts at second. He steps on the bag, and that causes Albies to be called out. And now that ended the top half of the inning. So here we go. Bottom of the fourth, Machado now at the plate. And he takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Grounded out of the first inning. Did he check his swing? They're going to say, it looks like they're going to say no. It looks like they're going to say no, that he did not check his swing. Yep, 1-1. And a splitter hitting, bouncing into the dirt. 2-1. 2-1 to Machado. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 2-2. One away here in the fourth inning, in the bottom of the fourth. Two and two. Machado fouls it off to the right, and takes a long stroll out of the batter's box. He's in a bit of pain. He's grabbing onto his knee. And I think the Padres training staff will come take a look at him. Yeah, here comes Mike Schilt and the Padres athletic trainer. Machado is shaken up, grabbing onto his right knee. Swung awkwardly. Yeah, that swing caused him to feel a little awkward after that. Let's take a look at that swing. Oh, that wasn't the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, there it is. He was already feeling pain on the pitch before, but here's the most recent pitch. No, that's the same one we just looked at. But this other one, he swings out of his shoes. Is this it? No, they keep showing that same one. I'm talking about the foul ball. He just fouled one off. Yeah, he was grimacing after that. Padres athletic trainer out here. And Machado's okay. He'll be back in the batter's box. Machado fouls it straight back off the sinker from Schwellenbach. That is his sixth pitch of the at-bat. Here's pitch number 7 to Machado. Shallow fly ball into right field. Kelenic is under it, and he'll catch it for the second out. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Schwellenbach up to 50 pitches now. Jackson Merrill next up for the Padres. Machado. Excuse me. And Machado is going to go to the clubhouse. So Mike Schilt's going to have to make some changes to his lineup. That is rough. That's not what they needed. 2-2 to Merrill, and he fouls that curveball off. And it's 2-1 to the Padres center fielder. He had a single in the second inning. Already has 4 RBIs this season. 2-1 to Merrill. And a good fastball by Schwellenbach up in the upper half of the zone, but he gets Merrill to chase, and it's an even count now, 2-2. And the 2-2 to Merrill. And he fouls it off himself, and it's going to continue this at-bat. That was the 6th pitch of the at-bat for Merrill. I think he fouled it off his foot. Yeah, it was off his foot. 2-2. And he fouls it again. No, that was the 5th pitch. That was the 6th pitch. That was the 6th pitch that was just thrown from Schwellenbach. And the 7th pitch is up and away, a fastball from Schwellenbach. And it's a full count to Jackson Merrill. 3-2. And Merrill does not chase, and it's down in the dirt, and the Padres have a man on with 2 outs. Jay Cronenworth next up for the Friars. And that first pitch is a strike to Cronenworth. That's going to be a bad. Yeah, Machado potentially losing Machado for the game. That's not what the Padres need. Cronenworth in the box takes a fastball up and away, and it's 1-1. This year marks the 6th time that the Braves opened the season against the Padres. We've always played San Diego. What are you talking about? Oh, wait. Oh, was 2023 not in? Where was 2023? I forgot. I think it was. Who did we start the season against in 2023? It's now 3-1 to Cronenworth. Was it Philadelphia? Atlanta Braves. 2023 Atlanta Braves. Let's see here. Who did we start the season against? Curveball is in for a strike, and it's 3-2 to Cronenworth. Who did we start the season against? Oh, it was the Nationals. That's right. That's right. That's right. But our home opener and a ground ball to first also flips to Schwellenbach, and that will retire the side. Still scoreless as we head to the top of the 5th in San Diego, California. So replacing Manny Machado at third base will be Jose Iglesias. Thanks for letting me know. Jason Benetti. Drake Baldwin at the plate for the Braves took a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. 1-1 now to Baldwin. And upstairs and away on the cutter. It's 2-1. Two one to Baldwin, and he fouls it down the first base line off the curveball, and it's an even count, 2-2 to Drake Baldwin. 1-for-1 in the game. He had a single in the second for his first ever hit in the major leagues. Here's the 2-2, and he chops it foul towards the Padres dugout. That's right, his family's in town. Drake Baldwin took that curveball in the dirt, and it is now a full count. Vasquez up to 61 pitches. Baldwin's hometown is Madison, Wisconsin. 6 foot, 210 pounds, and he's 24 years old. And he chops it to Bogarts at short, and he throws over to Arias at first, and that's one gone here in the top of the fifth. Here is Arcia. Arcia skies it foul into the seats. And it looks like a fan caught it from the sounds of the cheering. Grounded out in the second inning in his first at bat. Arcia is from Venezuela. And he takes a strike 0-2 to Orlando. Nails chewing gum. 0-2. And Arcia swings and misses on the curveball. That is the second strikeout of the game for Vasquez. Two gone here in the top of the fifth. Here is Jared Kelenic. All right, so yeah, we got some some big women's college basketball games. March Madness should be going on right now. Tune into a game while I'm watching this. Kelenic takes a ball for his first pitch of the at-bat. Flew out in his first at-bat back in the third inning. 1-0. That's just on the outside of the strike zone off the fastball from Vasquez. That's a 1-1 count. Oh, would you believe it? Florida and Texas Tech are in a close one here. This is the Elite Eight. Texas Tech trails Florida by 2. Yeah, Kelenic at the plate for Atlanta. 2-1 now to Jared. Kelenic with a base hit into right center field. And a 2-out single here for Atlanta. I don't know how I did that. He did well last season. I gotta give him that. Yeah, Kelenic was solid last season. Florida has a 3-point lead on Texas Tech. There we go. I was wondering where I went. Profar at the plate, walked in his first at bat. Profar's second pitch is a sinker down low, 2-0. So Max Fried, Charlie Morton, Travis d'Arnaud, they all leave in free agency. Fried to the Yankees, d'Arnaud to the Angels, Morton to the Orioles. Stroud, guys returning soon, Acuna, Strider, and Murphy. Profar and Baldwin are new. So got some newcomers, but pretty much about the same roster from last year. Profar fouls it off. It's 2-1. Ryan Snitker in his This is his 9th full season as manager of the Braves, and they got Kelenic caught up between first and second, and Bogaerts applies the tag on him, and that's going to end the top of the 5th. Base running mistake there by Jared Kelenic. A good job there by Randy Vasquez by seeing where that Kelenic was taken off, and he saw him, and Kelenic was in a lot of trouble there. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. We're still scoreless. Ten point 10.6 to go. Florida now up by 4 on the Red Raiders. Walter Clayton Jr. at the line for the Gators. If he hits this, that game's pretty much over. Alabama plays Duke later tonight. It's a 5-point lead for the Gators now. 16-2 run in the last 2:38 for Florida. Oh, they got a basket. 3.4 seconds left. And they fouled. It looks like they fouled Florida with 3.4 to go. All right. Schwellenbach still in the game for Atlanta. I'm currently calling a pitcher's duel right now. Didn't think I would be, but I am. Bottom of the 5th, here is Schwellenbach pitching to Bogaerts, and that one looked like it was in the zone, but Ramon De Jesus, the home plate umpire, says it was a ball. That one misses the outside of the strike zone. 2-0. Ramon De Jesus, Paul Clemens at first, Adrian Johnson at second, and Quinn Wolcott at third are the umpires. 2-1 to Bogaerts. He had a called strike on the sinker. Bogaerts was hit by the pitch. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat, and that's popped up behind home plate. Baldwin giving chase, but it is over the screen and into the seats, into the 4th row behind home plate. Here's the play that they caught Kelenic in between first and second. Great awareness there by Vasquez, who threw to Arias, and then Bogaerts made the tackle on Kelenic and retired the side. Florida just won, so they're going to the Final Four. Slider just misses the zone, and Bogarts managed to not chase on that pitch, and it's a full count here to Xander Bogarts, former Red Sox. Florida is moving on. Final in the West Regional Final from San Francisco, but Bogarts swings and misses on that pitch, and that is the 4th strikeout of the game for Spencer Schwellenbach. What kind of pitch was that? That was a sinker that went 97 miles an hour. So, good pitch there from Schwellenbach. And that one, see, yeah, they gave Schwellenbach a favorable call there. First pitch to Gavin Sheets. It was low and just a bit away, but he gave him that strike. Here's the 0-1, and it's chopped foul down the first base line, 0-2. So, well, we've got Alabama and Duke coming up next. 0-2 to Sheets, and that's a splitter down and away. Or really, I should say down low. Down low below the zone. 1-2. And he fouls it off to the left, and it'll fall into the seats. One and two. And Schwellenbach's pitch is a fly ball into center. Harris giving chase and makes the catch, running towards the track, and there are now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Schwellenbach had 24 starts in the minor leagues, made his MLB debut May 29th of last year. 21 starts, 3.35 ERA, 23 walks, and 123 strikeouts. He had a good rookie year, I'll tell you. Faces Jason Hayward here. And his pitch count is up to 76 now. 1-0 to Hayward. Curveball down below the zone. It's 2-0. Hayward pops it foul down the third base line. Riley giving chase, but it'll fall into the seats. It bounce back many rows, so some fans, probably about 10 rows back from the front, got the ball. Maybe 15 rows back. That took a big bounce backwards. And it's 2-1. Hayward chops it foul towards the Padres dugout, and someone that was watching from the fence got the ball. Yeah, it's really just been a pitcher's duel right now. Schwellenbach retires Hayward, and that will end the inning. 5 innings pitched for both pitchers. Schwellenbach, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. So he's doing well. For the Padres, Randy Vasquez, 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. So now we will head to the top of the 6th in San Diego. And we still are scoreless, the Braves and the Padres. Profar flies out to Jason Hayward in left field for the first out of the top of the sixth. Jurickson now 0 for 2 on the day. Austin Riley now 0 for 1. Or now up, I should say. 0 for 1, had a walk in the first, takes a curveball down in the bottom of the zone for strike 1. It is 0 and 1. I don't think there's anybody warming up in the pens because both pitchers are dealing. Good juggle there by Maldonado there, but that pitch was above the zone, so not a strike. It's a ball, 1 and 1. Here's Austin Riley on the 1-1. Takes a curveball outside, and it's 2 and 1. There's that Padres fan again that is watching from like his apartment. Currently undefeated. Go Pads. Yeah, I love that. That's pretty funny. And he's waving to the camera. What's up, man? Riley takes a strike on the outside corner. It was a little off the zone, but Ramon de Jesus calls it a strike. And it evens the count at 2 and 2. Somebody wearing a Shohei Ohtani Dodgers jersey. Riley chases that outside sweeper and chops it foul down the first base line to keep the count at 2 and 2. Next Saturday, we got the Dodgers and the Phillies, 4 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. This is Fox, by the way. This ain't Fox Sports 1. 2-2 to Riley. Swing and a miss on the cutter on the outside. Third strikeout of the game for Vasquez. Here is Tatis in the Game 5 of the NLDS. Oh, was that the final out? There he is, Shohei Ohtani, yep. Yep. Oh, training, yeah. Yeah. Matt Olson, 0 for 2 on the day. And that's a changeup in for a strike, 0 and 1. Matt Olson grounded into a double play, and he's popped out in this game. Takes a changeup outside and up for a ball. Schilt, is he in his first season or second season? I don't remember. I know he was the manager of the Cardinals. Olson takes another changeup, and it's outside for another ball, and it's 2 and 1. Top of the sixth here. This stream is ran for a minute and a half. I mean, not a minute and a half. An hour and a half, and we're in the top of the sixth, so we're going to be out of here quickly. But we might be going to extra innings, depending on if this game remains scoreless into the ninth. Check swing over to third, and Quinn Wolcott said that Olson did not chase, and it's 3 and 1. Got people out on the grass. Where's that, right? That looks like right field. Matt Olson drills it. Right center field. It is off the wall. Tatis has it. Olson's going to go to third, it looks like. No, he'll stay at second. I thought that was going to be gone. That one almost got out of here. Tatis shaking his hand a bit. Let's see here. Tatis was given chase here at the wall. That looked like it almost went out. Went away from his glove. Tatis could have made the catch there. It was just to the left of his glove. Let's see. Did it go out of his glove? Oh, it went off his glove. It wasn't going to be... it was going off the wall regardless. Or maybe it was gone, honestly. I don't know. But Olson hit it well. What, are they going to rule a home run? That's not a home run. No, that's not a home run. That did not go out and back in. That did not go over the fence and back into the field of play. It did not. So that should remain a... So they're reviewing this? Is that what they're doing? Basically, yeah. Tatis did save the home run. Yep. Yep. It would be a home run, Jason. But they're reviewing this play. Yep. That should stand. That's not a home run. It's not a home run. Should remain. Who's the crew chief? Is it a Turner Field? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Adrian Johnson's the crew chief, so he made he announced the decision. So Olson remains at second with a 2-out double. Yeah, Tatis was shaken up in his like wrist or his hand after I think he jammed his hand on the wall trying to make the catch. I don't know if it was his right hand or his left hand, but regardless, yeah, a bit shaken up there. Now here's Ozuna. He walked in the fourth inning. 1-0. Curveball in for a strike. This series, the Braves are 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position. They've left 20 runners on base. Yeah, I've been hearing Braves fans complaining about how many guys we leave on base, so you got to start driving in guys, what you got to do. There's a sweeper way out of the zone. 2-1. In the bullpen is Peralta. 2-1. And that's down and away. 3-1. Peralta. That's Wandy Peralta. And that's a curveball in for a strike. 3-2. Wandy Peralta in the pen for the Friars. Padres fans making noise here. 3-2 to Marcell Ozuna with 2 outs. And Ozzie Albies standing on deck for Atlanta. Here is the payoff pitch to Marcell. And it's down and away. And Ozuna will take a walk to first. Got runners on first and second with 2 outs. Ozzie Albies stepping up to the plate for Atlanta. Out comes the pitching coach for the Padres. That is Ruben Niebla. So Olson on first, or Ozuna on first, Olson on second for Atlanta. 2 gone here in the 6th. Ozzie Albies up to the plate for Atlanta. All right, here we go. Had a single in the 4th inning, Albies did. That was that sharp single to right field that took 1 bounce in front of Tatis, and he made a quick throw back in to hold the previous to hold Ozuna at second, or yeah, or was it Olson? I forgot. But here's a 1-0 count here to Albies. Michael Harris, the second on deck. Albies pops it up. And getting under that one is the first baseman, Arias. And Vasquez is able to escape that little jam there. The Braves strand a pair. We go to the bottom of the sixth in San Diego. Still scoreless. Schwellenbach pitching to Maldonado. 0-1. And it's 0-2 now. All right, 0-2 now. Maldonado check swing, and it goes foul. Keeps the count at 0-2. Oh, 2 to Maldonado. Hits it high in the air to right field. Stays in the air and falls into the mitt of Kelnick. 1 away. Schwellenbach, last season versus the Mets and Phillies, he had 6 starts, 1.6 ERA, 37 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Yeah, he did well against division rivals like the Mets and Phillies. So, shout out Spencer Schwellenbach. All right, so here we go. Fernando Tatis up for the Padres. And that one misses the strike zone by inches. And he did not swing on that pitch fully. 1-0. 1-0 now. Chops it to Riley at third. Throws over to Olsen. 2 away. Schwellenbach's pitch count up to 86. I would assume this is going to be his last inning. Maybe. I don't know. See what Snitker decides to do. Brian Snitker entering the final year of his contract with the Braves. I think he might retire after the season. It wouldn't shock me. Honestly, he could do what he wants. That curveball that was a bit off the strike zone, it gets called a strike on Arias. Arias on the 0-1, grounds it foul down the first base line, and it's 0-2. There's Machado. That's when he hurt his knee. Do we have any updates on Machado? He's out for the game, so yeah, he won't return at all. 0-2, Arias, did he check his swing? And the third base umpire, Quinn Walcott, says yes. So what do we got? Manny Machado left the game with right calf tightness. So it was his calf. Aaron Bummer in the bullpen for Atlanta. 1-2. Arias chops it to Olsen. He'll take it to the bag himself to retire the side. And we still are scoreless entering the 7th inning in San Diego. Yeah, it looks like Schwellenbach's night is done. They're all hugging him in the club in the dugout. So that it looks like it'll be it for Schwellenbach for today's game. Did well, 6 innings. Hold on. Michael Harris at the plate for Atlanta. Schwellenbach 6 innings, 1 hit. And Wandy. How do you pronounce it? Wandy Peralta is now on the mound for San Diego. Schwellenbach 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Did well. Did very well. Michael Harris swings and misses on the changeup and 1 away here in the top of the 7th. So what Harris is what? 0-3 today. And now puts him at 1-11 on the road in this series. So yeah, not good. Drake Baldwin now at the plate for Atlanta. 1 for 2 with a single. Baldwin chops it to Bogarts, and he throws over to Arias at first for the second out. This team just cannot hit right now. It's really annoying. Crazy. Like, so much offense was happening, like, in the last few games. But this game, no. 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Vasquez. RC at the plate for the Braves, and he also chops it to Bogarts. And a quick inning for Wandy Peralta. Still no score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Iglesias, Merrill, and Cronenworth do up. Jose Iglesias, just to confirm who that is. Oh, and I forgot to change the scoreboard. Jose Iglesias. Now at the plate for San Diego. Aaron Bummer on the mound for the Braves. 56 games with a 4-3 record. Iglesias fouls it off to the right. It's 0-2. Oh, Matt Olson turns 31 today. Happy birthday to Matt Olson. Just make sure that's true. Yep, 31 years old, Matt Olson, Atlanta native. Iglesias swings and misses on the curveball for Aaron Bummer. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Merrill at the dish for the Padres. Single and a walk in this game for Merrill. Stinker down low, 1-1. in the pin for Atlanta is Daysbel Hernandez. Merrill takes a sweeper down low and away, or down low and inside. 2-1. Accidentally hit the mic there. Merrill fouls it away, evening up the count. 2-2. All right. Bummer with the pitch clock down to 3. Strike 3 called. Merrill strikes out. Now, that was a good pitch by Bummer. Great pitch by the southpaw. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. That's a strike, yeah. I'm not even being biased as a Braves fan. That's a strike. That's totally a strike. Cronenworth now at the plate, and he takes a sinker on the inside corner, and he's talking to Ramon De Jesus, the home plate umpire. Has struck out and ground out in this game. That sinker is away from the zone. 1-1. One and one. Cronenworth fouls it off his foot. And it is 1-2 with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. I think they're doing the wave at Petco Park now. I have no idea. They're making a lot of noise. That sweeper is away from the zone, but a good block by Baldwin. And the count is 2-2. Oh, yeah, they're doing the wave. Yep. They're doing the wave. And San Diego, that sweeper is off the zone, and it's a full count to Jake Cronenworth. All right. Payoff pitch from Bummer to Cronenworth coming up here. Cronenworth fouls it, hits it off Bummer. It's in play. That is one of the most ridiculous plays I've ever seen. So the ball is it goes off Bummer, and it goes like into the camera well area, but it stayed in play. I've never seen this in my life. Went off his foot. Baldwin tried to chase it down, but it rolled down the stairs. So that's ruled an automatic double because it went into foul territory after being in fair territory. Right off his foot. That's the most bizarre doubles I've ever seen in my life. But Cronenworth's at second with 2 outs. Ground rule double is the official ruling of that play. I've never seen this in my life. So Bogarts, they're going to give him the intentional pass. So now there's runners on first and second with 2 outs. Gavin Sheets up now for the Friars. Yeah, Bummer. Yeah, I don't blame Bummer. We have gotten so unlucky in this series. Remember last night in the 9th inning where that hit? I don't know who it was, but I think it was a hit. And they're going to... Brian Snitker's coming out. He's going to pull Aaron Bummer from the game. Who's it going to be? Daysbel Hernandez. So Bummer's out. Runners on first and second with 2 outs for the Padres. Should be Sheets coming up, or is that somebody else? That looks like it's Sheets because they gave Bogarts the intentional pass. No, that's Yuli Gurriel. Thanks for letting me know. Excuse me. What's up, Vic? How you doing? Someone gonna score in this game? The Padres are threatening with runners on first and second with 2 outs right now, but I don't know. It's been a pitcher's duel today. This has been a really boring baseball game. I should have honestly gone live for Alabama Duke March Madness. I don't know what I was thinking. There's the San Diego Beaches. Aaron Bummer pulled from the game, or is that's Bummer? Yeah, that's Bummer. Daysbel Hernandez now in for the Braves, and the Padres have a pinch hitter. Yuli Gurriel replaces Gavin Sheets as the designated hitter for San Diego. First pitch is a ball. Daysbel Hernandez had 16 games last season, 3-0 record, and it looked like he had a 2.50 ERA. That slider's in for a strike. It's 1-1. Gurriel had a 241. He batted 241 last season. On second is Cronenworth. On first is Bogarts. Gurriel, a base hit in the left field. Profar could not field it properly. Cronenworth scores, and it's 1-0 Padres. An RBI single for Yuli Gurriel. So to answer your question, Vic, yes, someone is going to score. It's not the Braves, though. Got past the diving Arcia, and Profar couldn't field it properly. So now Bogarts is at second, and Gurriel is at first, and Jason Hayward at the plate. That's a fastball just at the bottom of the zone, and it missed the zone, so it's 1-1 now to Jason Hayward. That's a terrible break for the Braves. Hayward pops it up, and Riley coming in, and he's going to make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Padres have struck first in this game. An RBI single by Yuli Gurriel puts San Diego up 1-0 as we head to the top of the 8th. Yeah, you did, Jinx. Nah, you're fine, Vic. You're fine. But well, you finally made the game a little less boring. We finally got something happening, but now I hope the Braves can, bounce back from this. Hang on. While I'm at it, I might as well kind of glance over the Alabama game right now. See what's up with the Tide. Oh, they trailed Duke by 6. It's 21-15, at least that's what I checked the last time. True TV, here we go. And there's a shot by Duke, and it's good. I might call a Final Four game. Might do it. Think about it. I'll think about it. Here's a pass in for Bama. Layup is no good. And, I think a foul was actually called on Alabama. There's Nate Oates. Yeah, but this is the Elite Eight. This is to determine. So who will the winner of this game face? Let's take a look at the brackets. NCAA bracket. All right, back in San Diego. Okay, so the winner of the Duke Alabama game. Oh, they'll face the winner of Houston Tennessee, which is tomorrow. Oh, new hitter for the Braves. De La Cruz, Brian De La Cruz is in, and he rolls it down the first base line, and it just goes foul before Arias could field it and take it to first. De La Cruz replaces Kelnick, so he'll replace him in left field. De La Cruz, yeah, he's from Miami, yep. Or played for the Marlins. 14, thanks. So he'll replace him in right field. De La Cruz batted .233 last year. Swings and misses on the sinker. And it's 1-2. 21-15 Duke still. One, two. De La Cruz breaks his bat, and Bogarts fields it and throws over to Arias at first for the first out. And the Braves bat boy picks up the remaining pieces there. Alabama with a chance here to score, and they lay it in. I should pull up their rosters. And a new pitcher for the Padres. See, replaces Alec Jacob replaces Wandy Peralta. Hang on, let me get all these. Let me get these notes. Hang on. Notes more. Game notes. There we go. So I can get all these notes for Alabama and stuff. I think they'll have Duke notes up there too. Yeah, perfect. I'll just go off of these. Alec Jacob now on the mound for the Friars. First batter he'll face is Jerickson Profar. And Profar takes a fastball for a ball. All right, 1-0. Profar lines it down the right field line, but into the seats. Foul ball. One to Profar. That one clips the upper part of the strike zone. And 1-2. Profar didn't think so, but home plate umpire Ramon De Jesus says otherwise. Pitch clock down to 1 now. And Profar fouls it off to the left. Yeah, Jacob's got to be quicker with that. Profar, base hit into center field. He is on with 1 out. And for Profar, that's now his now 3 for what? 3 for 12. There we go. That's what I was trying to figure out. 3 for 12 in this series. All right, so Duke has the ball here. Here's Riley's 1-0. Swings and misses. And a jam there for Duke for Tyrese Proctor. You know what? I may just stay on here and call the Alabama-Duke game. Honestly, why the heck not? Here's Bama. Three-pointer? Nope. There's a three-point shot, and it's no good. But a rebound is not put in there by Grant Nelson. Austin Riley at the plate here, 2-1. Cooper Flagg not on the court for Duke. Strike 2 called, and a layup is good by Sion James of Duke. 27-19 Blue Devils. Here's a three-pointer for Alabama, and it's no good. Rebound. Back out. Three-pointer is no good, I believe, by, was that Sears? I think it was Sears. And a fly ball in left field is caught. Riley's fly ball is caught in left field by Jason Hayward. What a play by Hayward. I think he slid to make that catch. Here comes Hayward. Sliding. Yeah, a little slide there for Jason Hayward. Makes the catch for out number 2 here in the top of the 8th. And a turnover here by the Crimson Tide. All right, Olsen at the plate for the Braves. Con Knipple. Looks like he just hit a three-pointer for Duke. That's 2-0 now on Olsen. And pump fake shot by LeBaron Philon. And a block, good block there by Duke by Kaman Maluach on a shot by Mark Sears. Two on to Olsen. Fly ball into center field. But right there is Merrill to make the catch for the third out. And the Braves are retired here in the top of the eighth. 1-0 Padres as we head to the bottom of the eighth. So now I can give a full look at this Duke game. All right, inbounding for Alabama. Looks like it's Mark Sears. Sears inbounding. Sears gets it back. And a three-pointer is off the rim by LeBaron Philon. And now Duke has it. Here is Proctor, Tyrese Proctor. Is Flag back on in the court? Can't tell, but a shot is no good by Duke. I'm watching this on my phone. That's why it's harder to tell. Grant Nelson. Now here's Sears driving inside. Sears, and jump ball is called. Good defense there by Con Knipple. And possession goes to Duke. Sears wanted a foul called on Knipple. Or on or was it Knipple? Yeah, it was Knipple. Yeah, Knipple that he wanted a foul called on. But no foul is called, and Duke gets the ball here. 30-22 Duke over Alabama. They got a commercial break over there as well. There we go. New pitcher for the Braves, De Los Santos. Who's that? Okay, I need the pronunciation for this. Aniel De Los Santos on the mound for Atlanta. Pitching here to Martin Maldonado. 0-2 now to the Padres catcher. I think there's some changes. De La Cruz is now the right fielder for Atlanta. Maldonado now has a 1-2 count here. Maldonado swings and misses on the slider from Aniel De Los Santos. And one away here in the bottom of the eighth. I may start up a new stream for Alabama Duke. All right, Tatis. Did he check his swing? First base umpire says he did. 1-0. Was Paul Clemens making that call over there. Anyway. 1-0 to Tatis. That's a base hit through the right side. And he's on with one out here in the bottom of the 8th. All right. De Los Santos here are going to be facing Luis Arias. There's Snitker. Duke's got the ball now. 3-point shot is no good. And Alabama takes it. Runner goes. Ground ball to Albies. Throws over to Olsen at first. But Arias is able to advance Tatis to second. And there's 2 away now. Knipple going inside. Knipple lays it in. And it looks like he drew the foul. Yeah, he drew the foul as well. So, yeah, Yuli Gurriel is the man that put the Padres ahead. Jose Iglesias now up for the Padres. Replace Machado at third. Knipple here at the line for Duke for 1 free throw. And it's good. 33-22 for the Blue Devils. And a chopper, or a line drive, I should say, that is caught by Austin Riley. And that retires the side. Braves have one last chance here in the top of the 9th. Due up for Atlanta is Ozuna, Albies, and Harris. What will the Braves do? Find out. Can they potentially send this game to extras or, take the lead? Or will they drop to 0-3 to start the season? Find out. Anyway. Timeout Alabama. They trail Duke by 13 here with 6:46 to go in the first half. All right, so who's going to come in for San Diego? Adrian Morehone. That's it. Adrian Morehone. Adrian Morehone, the closer for the Padres. First guy to face is Marcell Ozuna. 1-0. 2 walks in this game for Ozuna. 1-0. That's a sinker inside 2-0. And we're back, and we're getting back to action. Where's this Alabama Duke game? Oh, it's the Prudential Center. Good to know. Hate the team that plays there. 2-0, and that pitch is inside, and it's 3-0 to Ozuna. Padres fans booing. They didn't get the best of look at it, so I don't blame them for it. But it was off the zone. It was off the zone. That was way inside. 3-0. That's a strike, and it's 3-1 with that sinker. Mark Sears has no points for Alabama. Wow. What? Wow. Ain't that a shocker, huh? 3-1. Up and just a bit off the outside corner. And a leadoff walk for Marcell Ozuna. And Ozuna will be pinch ran for. Eli White will pinch run for Marcell Ozuna. I'm about to say, I bet Ozuna was pinch ran for majority of the times in this game. No, actually, he did run. He was actually on base himself. I thought somebody ran for him every time in this game, but no. Now you have Eli White. And this time of the game, yeah, you need someone like Eli White on for Ozuna. Albies is now batting right-handed. And Morejon is hearing it from his catcher, Maldonado. And this will bring out the Padres pitching coach. That is Ruben Niebla. All right, so Alabama's got the ball now. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. 3-pointer. No good. Rebound to Cooper Flagg. Flagg got it over to Sion James. And James lost it. Alabama takes it away. And the layup is good and no foul. That was Darian Reed. (35-24) Duke. An alley-oop for Duke. I think that was Kaman Maludach. Yep, that was him. Albies in a 1-0 count here. Eli White at first. Albies to right field. Tatis is under it. At the just before the track, he makes the catch. White will hold at first. 1 away. .506 in the first. 5:06 remaining in the first half for Alabama Duke. Maybe I just go, I don't know. I think I'm going to call maybe the Tennessee-Houston game tomorrow. Morejon's first pitch is a fastball up way above the zone. Want to know. Baldwin on deck for the Braves. And a throw over to first. White gets back in time. Wow, Arias was calling for a new baseball. Arias calling for a new baseball. A new baseball for Arias. Morejon's 1-0. White's running, and Eli White steals second. So White is in scoring position. Harris here with a 1-1 count. Alabama's now down by 8 against Duke. That was a strike, by the way, to Harris. 1-1 to Michael. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Pitch clock down to 1. Here goes Morejon. Harris chops it to second. And the throw over to first by Cronenworth is in time. White moves to third, but there are 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The last hope for Atlanta is Drake Baldwin. There's the Friars mascot. Asking the crowd to make some noise. At Petco Park, the Friar faithful on their feet. Drake Baldwin, the last hope for Atlanta. Morejon's first pitch to Baldwin. It's a strike on the sinker. 0-1 to Baldwin. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half of Alabama and Duke. Baldwin is ready. Morejon deals. Upstairs. Same pitch. 1-1 now. Layup's no good by Duke. Here is the 1-1 to Drake Baldwin from the southpaw. A lefty-lefty matchup. Here it is. And did it hit him? No, it did not, but it was inside. Very tight pitch there towards Baldwin. 2-1. Let's see. No, it didn't. Almost had him in the arm. 2-1 now to Drake. Baldwin fouls it into the Braves dugout. And now the Braves are down to their final strike here. It's 2-2 now. The Padres fans making noise. They win this game, they win the series. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow night on ESPN. The 2-2 to Baldwin. Grounded foul down the first base line. 3-pointer by Duke is good. That was Caleb Foster with the 3-pointer. Now Alabama's going to look to respond. They do not. Rebound Cooper Flag. Baldwin's 2-2. Upstairs, and we have a full count. On deck for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. Eli White at third. 3-2 count. 2 outs. 1-0 Padres in the top of the 9th. Pitch clock down to 2. Here's Morejon's 3-2. And it's popped. And it's fouled back. And it's going to remain 3-2 now. Let's go Padres chant. Here we go. Morejon deals to Baldwin. Strike 3 called on the upper part of the strike zone. And the Padres win 1-0. And they win the series against the Braves. San Diego is 3-0 now. Baldwin having a conversation with home plate umpire Ramon De Jesus, but regardless, they're 0-3. The Braves are 0-3 now. The guy changed his side. Currently 3-0, undefeated. Go Pods. Ugh. Did it just clip the strike zone? Yeah, I got a bit of it. Just a bit. So now, when I look at it here, Baldwin was like, yeah, no way, but that's unfortunate. Atlanta United won? Are you kidding me? We beat New York City FC. No freaking way we came back. We were down 3-1 and we came back to win 4-3. What a comeback. At least one Atlanta team decided to win. What about the other? No. So the Padres are 3-0. They sit at second in the NL West. Braves are 0-3, and they're still 5th in the freaking National League East. So, yeah, this is not a good start. Let's hope we take tomorrow's game. But then we're just going to go to LA and get absolutely killed by the Dodgers. So this isn't going to be fun. But congrats to the Padres on winning 1-0 today in San Diego. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Braves. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Padres. Talk to you guys in the next one. Go Braves.